Right. So, again, I don't know how interesting this will be for you guys, but essentially, I'm just going to try to take a bunch of photos of my work. I'm just going to try to get as much done as I can do right now. So usually I take 2 photos. One so you can see scale with my hand, and then the other what's up, Luna? Then the other photo is to show the piece. So one side, and then the other side is hi. So we're gonna do our little teapots next, because at 3:30 today, someone's gonna come pick up these teapots, or some of them. I had some reserves. I tried to film this on my phone, and it is not very good. So we're going for the not entirely sure how to not entirely sure how to even hold these things. Hold on. I'll just be on my middle finger. No, not my middle finger. My middle finger's not stable enough. Just like a couple fingers like that. Cool. And so I'm just going to do this for every single piece. As long as you behave yourself, Luna, and don't do anything messed up, you're welcome to do that. There you go, Luna. Don't abuse the power. So I was also kind of thinking about doing some photos with these just outside. Kind of maybe switching up how I'm doing the photographs. This is not going to be a great video because you can't even see in here. This is, my arm just disappears to nothing, it seems like in the video. But that's okay. You guys can kind of see what I'm looking at on the screen here. So I'm gonna just do my best to photograph everything, like I said. So she ordered, oh no, the turtle she's ordered, it's downstairs still. No. Okay, so she is coming to pick up a teapot, one of these teapot pendants. Come on, buddy, focus for me. I know you want to. Maybe, please a little bit. I don't think that actually focused. This is not the best camera. Yo, I don't think I ever responded. If you sent me a message, I don't think I ever responded to you on Instagram. I got a little bit. I just been I've been so busy getting everything organized for this. I have not had a moment's break. I've now spent collectively, like, I don't know, 8 hours grinding pots. I'm losing my mind, honestly. I'm so ready for it to be done. But yeah, we just got to photograph everything now. And then after it gets photographed, we have to put it all up on my website. But in order to put it on the website, we also have to figure out the milliliter capacity of every single piece. So that's something we can do together at some point. Not entirely sure when we will do that, but So Liam, like I said, she is picking out a random one of these. I don't know which one she wants to buy. I was unable to kind of like show all of them because of various things. And so I don't know which one she actually wants. So it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to photograph everything. This is probably my favorite pendant, teapot pendant. I don't know how well the color is going to show for you guys, but I don't know either of those people. Who are Ronaldo and Messi. What's up, man? Good. I'm glad you're liking it. So Luna, the only thing I want you to do is if you see anybody use the word Trump or MAGA, you can immediately block them. That's the only thing. Those are my two big no-nos. Oh, gotcha. Why those words? Because they represent hate and a dictatorship, and it pretty much just means that you're homophobic and racist and didn't graduate middle school, and I just don't want you here. So anyway, this is all we're going to be doing for like an hour, maybe longer. I'm loving these little pendants though. Again, I don't know how well you can actually see them, but I'm thrilled. Like I said, I've had a few that have been reserved. So these are $115 each, these pendants. And they're not going to come with like a necklace or anything. You're going to have to put that on for yourself. But I was thinking about like making them like the whole thing, so you got the chain and everything, or whatever it would be. But sure, we can do a T live. I was mainly doing T lives for the members, but we could do a T live if you wanted to. Oh my god, I love this one so much. I think someone had asked to buy this one, and I think he's going to be really annoyed that it's pink. I think I told him that I was going to glaze it Ayumi, which is this really beautiful blue. I'll show you an example of that at some point. And he is not a fan of pink. Been trying to get him to like pink for years now, and he's still fighting me on it, but that's okay. Danny, wouldn't you like to know? You're always so needy. You're always so nosy in these. Thanks, Seek. Appreciate it. Luna, the only people I want you to block are the people who say Trump and MAGA. Anything else is fine. But yeah, I think these pendants are pretty sweet. So yeah, I guess our next live video after this will be going through everything, looking at milliliter capacity and getting it all up on my website. And I think that's going to be done. I don't think we're going to get around to it today. I don't think I'll have enough time to photograph everything. You don't like pink? What? Why not? I figured as much, Seek. You probably won't find any here either, but that's okay, bud. So this is Ayumi. So this is what I said that I was going to glaze it, and I then made it pink. So it totally makes sense that he's not, he's not going to be thrilled. It's okay. So I will have to take some photos of some of the insides of some of these pots. So yeah, I'm sure you did. Here's your square pot. Speaking of things left in the US, just give it a nice little. Come on, buddy, focus for me. This camera. So I used to use my ex's camera, and that's kind of like what I got used to. And God, it was so good. And this camera's fine, but it's definitely. Oh, I forgot to. Did I do this one? I don't think I did. Um, Gotcha. I always was a huge fan of pink myself. Oh, what did I just do? I think I need to buy a better camera at some point. Oh, this is the one that fell over, and I think I fixed it to my own satisfaction. We'll find out. What's up, Mark? How are you? Danny, you've never met my great uncle Ross. Nothing polite about him. But yeah, a new camera would be nice. Maybe that'll be a Christmas present to myself. What's the next big holiday? Whatever the next big holiday. Maybe that's what I'll do for myself. Amanda, what's good? Yeah, 2 light boxes, a thing. I bought all this stuff a million years ago, and I've never changed because there's really been no point to it. But I see. That makes sense about the pink. Oh, I'm curious how these black ones are going to photograph. I think they're going to photograph really well. Come on, buddy. Focus for me, please. So I'm not seeing the cup that she ordered or that she's coming to pick up in an hour. So I'm going to have to go down and find that. There you go. See, Danny, you know what I'm talking about. You know Uncle Ross. What a guy. Always saying really messed up stuff around the table. I'm pretty sure we all have an Uncle Ross somewhere in our life. Ooh, come on, bud. There you go. I think these white ones are a little bit too white, and I think they're going to be really hard to photograph. Um, what's up, Luna? This one, I think someone reserved this one this morning. You can reserve stuff over on my Instagram right now, on my stories from this kiln. And then the shop updates on Friday. But I posted a decent amount of stuff, not everything, but a decent amount of stuff over to my stories today. Danny, you do know I live in the States, right? Didn't we talk about this? Remember how I only became Canadian like a week ago? Oh, that's a sweet one. All right, here's our first double-walled one with this celadon-y thing. This was the chartreuse underglaze, and it came out gray. It's beautiful. Um, but not necessarily what I was expecting. Yeah, Luna, you knew I was Canadian. I don't know. I like the concept of Japan, but I don't want to live there. I was fishing the other day, and there's this like racist guy who looks like Santa Claus that I see every so often on the river. And he heard me say A once, and I think his first thing he said to me after he heard me say that was like, "Ah, oh, you're one of those Canadian liberals." And then he went on a racist tirade after that about how he hated Hispanic people because fishermen, at least in this area, they're all horrible racists, and it's incredibly depressing. It makes fishing hard around here because I don't really want to be out in places that there are people. And it makes it worse because the dude literally looks like Santa Claus and he's just a pile of shit. Danny, I don't think I ever said that. You seem to be making stuff up right now. When did I ever say something about Yugoslavia? That doesn't sound like me at all. Like, what reason would I have to lie to you sweet folks? Oh, hell yeah. This one's really, do you see how, like, weird and crawly it is on the inside? Love this one. I'm from the United States, Werner. I don't know any countries. Hi, hi. You want me to repeat everything I said in the last 3 minutes? I'm okay, Luna. Whatever I said was probably not very interesting. I think 90% of what I'm saying is just garbage, so don't know why you guys are even here listening to me just spout nonsense. You can barely even see what I'm doing right now. I think I'm going to take a photo of the inside of this one because it's so it's so glooped. It's really gloopy. How do I do this without it looking stupid though? All right, now we're going to take photos of the whistles, which I don't really know how to do this. I'm going to blow them again just because it's fun to blow them. Sweden, what's up? Me? I don't know how to say that word, Luna. Luna, remember how I said don't abuse your power? He didn't say anything about Trump or MAGA. You can't, Gab, you can't even see me. All right, here's a good whistle for you. Oh, can't complain, you know. All right. I don't want to photograph this right now. I don't want to photograph any of the whistles right now. It's going to be a nightmare for me to photo, and I don't want to do it. So I'm just going to blow them for you because I know you guys like hearing me blow things. So let me blow this one next. There's that guy. And then the third and final whistle right here. Right. Okay. Let me, oh God, my body. Let me go grab some more pots. Let's smack this limo, this light booth around a little bit. Danny, can you believe that? She censored you. Insane. All your pro-Canadian rhetoric got muted. Good. I'm hoping I want to go into the middle of the woods and scare some people. The problem is I don't know where people would be in the middle of the woods. My town is just full of like rich New Yorkers who are scared of the woods, so they're not going to go in there anyway. All right, give me a half a second to go grab some more pots. I have my light studio set up on in my loft, and I didn't bring everything up because I didn't feel like it. I'm really hoping the one she wants is in this thing. Oh God, there's so many pots. I don't want to do this. My back. Uh, all right. It's like 1,000,000 degrees up here, so I have to derobe a little bit, mainly for Danny's sake. Oh, well, you guys can't see me anyway. It doesn't matter. You'll just have to imagine it, Danny. You sicko. Hi, little dog. All right, I'm back. There we go. A little smack here and there. Okay. What's up, Ride? How are ya? Oh, we're doing well. We're just photographing some tea ware, as one does, on a lovely Tuesday afternoon. Okay, it's 2:20. I have a little bit of time left, not a crazy amount. Teapots are next. I think, sure, Luna, your apology has been accepted. Or are you asking Danny for the apology? Oh, come on now. This light has been giving me issues. Just got to give it a little smack. But then it's like every time I move, it decides that it doesn't want to work anymore. Nah, Danny, my marbles have always been lost. I make pottery for a living. What are you looking for here? What are you expecting? All right, here we go. Some pink teapots. No, Luna, Trump and MAGA. Those are my two things I don't want to see. The rest is fine unless I say so. Oh, Danny, now you're just being racist. It's not even maple syrup season. Come on, bud. I have to just order a new light. I'm going to lose my mind with this thing. I'm going to do that right after we're done with this video. I'm going to shove this thing into the trash so fast when I get the new one. I keep meaning to do that every single time I've been photographing stuff, and every time I forget. But some cool double wall teapots. This one leaks. I'm going to keep it for myself. What's up, Amy? How are you? Yeah, Danny. I think that was pretty implied right there, man. Poor maple syrup. Did nothing to you, too, Danny. You know, that's the messed up part. You're just being malicious for no reason. It's messed up, man. I swear. Come on, light. I'll lose my mind here. So there's only two teapots that are single walled in this firing. This being one of them. I'm glad this teapot is in one piece, though. I might not be able to photograph it right now. Oh, I can. Cool. I was kind of worried it was going to be too big, which is a problem I've never had before. But there's always a first time for anything. You can't lose something you never had, Danny. There's dirt on this one. Oh my God, I swear. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna spend more time hitting this thing. I hope no one's epileptic. Like causing a strobe effect here. Okay. Golly. For maple syrup trees, there's this really cool black clay that you can get from maple syrup trees. It's only currently a cone 6 to 9 clay body though, so which doesn't make any sense. It's just a cone 9 clay body because there's no such thing as a cone 6 to 9 clay body. But it's really sweet. It comes out like a pretty jet black unless you add like something else to it, like a mason stain. It like stays pretty true to color, which is unlike most black clays from other trees. This teapot, I believe, is the one that leaks, and I'm pretty distraught about it because it's probably my favorite teapot in the firing. When I say probably, it is my favorite teapot in the firing. So I'm sad that I can't sell it. Yeah, my bad, Amanda. I really need to buy a new one. I just literally I forget every single time. Danny, if you know of when that time was, you let me know because I don't recall it ever being anything but just slightly off the rocker. Curious how this blue is going to photograph. I think well. Yes, they do, Luna. I made a whole video about it. I think this is the one that she's coming to pick up, which would be awesome just to get it done. All I know is that it's a blue one. Oh my God, come on, please. Please, buddy. There we go. I'll be able to figure out actually which blue one it was later. Who's texting me? How do people know my phone number? Oh, it's Duna mine. I pushed back a private lesson by a few minutes so I could sell some pots. Here's one of our holy pots. Not that you guys can see literally anything because the white in here is so aggressive. But I think, Danny, what you're trying to say is not a boring person. I think that's the proper terminology here. I'd say something else, but apparently it's not what you're supposed to say anymore. Bye, Luna. See you next time. Or in like 10 minutes if you show up again. I've been grinding pots since 7 this morning, and I started doing this with you guys as soon as I was finished. I had a lot more to do than I thought. I could have done a whole nother live video of just us grinding pots, but I thought 2 was enough, honestly. So, and so everything that we're going to be photographing today is probably only going to be about half of the amount of work that I've produced in the last 2 firings. I don't think I'm going to show all the work. I don't think I'm going to show all the work because what I've learned over the years is that if I show everything that I have, and it's a big shop update, things sell worse because there's no scarcity to it. Because I have so many up there, there's too many options people don't buy, and so there's like a way I have to kind of put up less to incentivize sales to then put up more to incentivize more sales and stuff like that. I don't like that I have to do that, but if you were to go onto my website and see 225 pieces, you're going to be overwhelmed. And most likely you're not going to buy anything because not only are you going to be like, there's no scarcity, I can't talk, but the other thing is that it's like too many options. You don't think you have to rush to buy something, which means that you think that stuff will always be on my website. And then you might buy, but you'll probably buy like 2 months later. And at that point, stuff might not be there, might be there. It's hard to say. I get a lot of people messaging me like months after a shop update being like, I was looking at this piece for 2 months. Where'd it go? I'm like, it's sold. Or I put into a mystery box or I did something. That happens all the time. And it's kind of like, what do you want me to do here? So you kind of have to do it that way. So all or most of the double wall pieces will go up. And then I'm going to really just pick the best 50 pieces of the 200 pieces that we had on the website or that we fired. The best 50 will go up on Friday. I've sold a decent amount through reserves already. I think like 20 or so pieces have sold through the reserves. So that minuses a significant amount anyway. Come on, buddy. Please stop doing this. It is frustrating that you have to kind of like fake rarity to a degree. I guess I'm not really doing a very good job as I'm telling you guys that I'm about to fake rarity, but yeah, I mean, I kind of understand it, but not for art. For art, I don't understand it. For certain things like a snowboard or a knife, I will go through like weeks and weeks of rabbit holes and just searching and looking and things like that. And before I just make a decision. But for pottery, it's like, if I like the pot, I'm going to buy the pot. And especially, I can't recreate any of this stuff. I can use the same glazes, I can do the same firing, I can do all that kind of stuff. It'll never be the same. They can be close, so as long as you're happy with close, that's great, but it can never be the same. Yeah, Danny, you weren't going to buy anything anyway, so I'm not super concerned. Okay, I think actually there's too much light now going on from the side. Oh man, it's too bright on the right now. Oh man, all right, shoot. I might have to re-photograph a bunch of stuff. I'm almost tempted just to look at the edits real quick on a couple of these just to see what we're doing. Maybe not, I don't know. I don't know what the right move is right now. I think the right move is to buy a new light box. Oh my God. What's EV stand for? Yeah, I might pull this one back just a little bit. Gotcha. Well, so yeah, I can't, it's like I don't really know that much about photography, and so I don't really know how to alter things without screwing myself up. And and I should probably care learn to care. But the thing is, I just at the moment I do, but I like don't. You know what I mean? Um, that already you made a big difference, so I appreciate you guys saying that. Just moving the light box a little bit further back. What's up, Luna? Welcome back. You were gone for like 3 minutes. I don't know if I even want to photograph this one. I'm going to, but I don't think I'm going to sell this one. Yeah, I don't think this one's definitely not going to go up on the shop on Friday. If you would like it, you can message me about it on Instagram, not here. But I don't think this one's going to go up on the shop. It's nice and everything. It's just not doing it for me. Depends. What's that mean? You trying to make me say gross stuff, Luna? I see. All right. I'll futz with it off camera then. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Mostly because I don't. I'm really tired. I always do this when I'm like. I think the main issue is that by the time I get to this stage, I'm exhausted, and I want it to be done. We spent 2.5 days grinding pots and moving pots, and then there's like a bunch of firing and unloading and everything, and I'm just I'm just starting to get tired. I already photographed them. Yeah, Amanda. Bread? Why do you want to hear me say bread? What are you going to do with that information, Luna? I don't like you having that voice clip of me saying that now for some reason. I feel like you're going to make a weird video where I'm doing gross things to bread now. The vibe I'm getting from that, Luna. I swear. Really happy with this firing though. Both firings, honestly. The soda and the wood were just phenomenal. I mean, like, both of them were really special. I'm very happy with how everything came out. You say that, Luna, but Raven, do you actually speak German? Or are you using a translator? All right, we're making pretty good progress. I think we have, oh God, uh, we have so many more cups in this basket of cups. I didn't realize how many I put into one box. The thing that I don't have up here either is she ordered a tea pet turtle, and so I need to go grab that, which is not here. What's your cat's name? Hmm. Yeah, Olive is psyched to have fresh fish again. I'm hoping I'm hoping that I can just get enough stuff done today that I can we can go fishing after I teach my pottery class if there's enough sunlight. The pottery class is 2.5 hours. Sun sets at 7:30. She'll be here at 3:45. I think we'll have enough time. I wanted to go get groceries too today. Um, if I go on Tuesdays, I can go buy my folks food, and because they're over 65, I can use their senior discount. So, oh my God, Adrian, what are you gonna do? It's like too much for me. Hot and heavy, all instantaneously. Oh my God, I can barely read, Luna. I'm moderately illiterate. Wendy sounds awesome. I love that name. Did I ever tell you what Olive's actual legal AKC name is? She's named after a bird. It's the olive-sided uh, olive-sided flycatcher. My ex was a birder, and that's why we named her that. Though I call her Olive Oil all the time, or just Dog. It's probably my favorite thing to just call her. Honestly, that's her best recall word too. If I need to get her back, is just yell that at her. I think the tone is low enough that she can like break free from her like sprint at like an intruder or an animal or something like that. I'm not really sure the logic behind it, but each. Is that what you're asking me? Gotcha, cute. Amazing Raven. Me? I don't scold. Uh, yeah, when I'm mad at her, sometimes I call her. Well, I never call her Olive Side Flycatcher. If I'm trying to use her full name, I usually just call her Olive Oil. I don't know. I feel like you're making some weird video where I'm saying something about bread and saying something in German that I can't understand, and then you're gonna slander me online. I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting here, Luna. Gonna make me do say some weird stuff about bread. and then I'll lose my following, and I'll never be able to feed my family of my as in Olive. And then we'll go hungry and get put on the street, and we'll starve to death, all because of a bread-related German word that you're saying, making me say, Luna. I feel like that's what's happening right now. Yeah, that's good. I like that, Raven. I've been, it's not a I've been burned too many times, Danny. You say one thing online, and the next thing you know, people think you do weird things with cottage cheese. I'm not saying they're not wrong, but I'm just saying, you can't say it out loud. You know what I'm talking about, Danny. You relate. That one I couldn't keep my deadpan face for. I had to look at you guys. Cracked myself up a little bit. What's up, Robin? Right, Amanda? 100%. Me? No. Mean said, oh, I got. I shouldn't say that. Never mind. Never mind. If I wasn't reposting this video back just onto my story, I would say what I was about to say, but or onto my wall. Each. What's it mean? Humor, Danny. Did we say anything funny at all? We've been straight serious as one can be today. I don't think I made a single joke all day. I wouldn't know how. Never learned how to be funny. One day, maybe. Oh, that one wasn't photographed with the extra white. I had a friend who went to clown school. He was probably the least funny person I've ever met in my entire life. When I say friend, I mean I went to high school with him. He was not my friend. I did not enjoy his company. Each means I? Okay. See, now you're saying something about butter and bread, and I don't like bread or butter. See, this is why I'm not sure about this, Luna. Granddad used to say that all the time too, Danny. Yeah, I don't eat bread or butter, Luna. Oh, holy moly, that's pretty. Whoa. Oh man, this might be the prettiest pot of the lot. I hope it's captured in that video, in that photo. This one is like stunning. The wood ash just like is phenomenal. You guys can't see it because of the glare, but there's this layer of green wood ash that's just awesome. Yeah, I don't you can't see it, Amanda, from here. I don't know how to show you guys. Yeah, you'll just have to wait till I post the photo. I'll post the photo of that one onto my YouTube. As you can do just like photo posts, right? I think I've done that before. So once I edit it, and when I mean by edit, all I'm doing is making sure the background is fully white and then cropping it to size. I don't do anything else to the photos. I know a lot of people who like up the contrast and do all this stuff, and it's like But once that person gets the pot and it doesn't look anything like the thing, aren't they going to be upset? I don't understand that logic. Why are you sad, Luna? I'll have to edit out all the cuts on my hand too later. My hand is so messed up. I I got so cut up from unloading the kiln and grinding all the pots. No, I don't remember ever saying that. Luna, I have a question for you. What's the elderflower, the German elderflower drink called? Warns, yeah. It's like fermented elderflower with lemon, and you put it into like a spritz. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a elderflower, um, like a fermented elderflower, and you put it into seltzer and something like that. Um, yes, exactly. And what's the proper pronunciation of such a drink? Well, so when I'm teaching tonight, I'm gonna have to throw some pots. But I think I'm just gonna throw some mini teapots, and so maybe I can use a tool, and it's not gonna be super messed up on my hands. I'm gonna make some more of that this year. I found so there's a way you can make it where you can do it like really quickly by just like boiling things down and blah blah blah. But I found that if you ferment it instead with some lemon juice and some other stuff. Wait, okay, hold up. Um, I thought I don't know why they're saying. What's the German word for it though? They're saying Hugo Spritz, but that's not what I'm thinking about. It's not a cocktail. It's literally just. You guys probably said it. Hmm. Whatever. I can't find it off the top of my head. I don't really feel like asking my ex again right now what it's called. She's the one who used to make it all the time. And then I kept making it after we broke up because I have such an awesome elderberry tree. I don't know how to show you a pic. I couldn't Google. If I could Google it, I would just know what the name is. But just imagine elderflower like syrup mixed with seltzer. It's like Wintersoft or something, or so, I don't know. I don't remember. I remember that it's being something sounding like that, and I probably butchered it incredibly aggressively badly. Do I still like my ex? No, I do not. As a friend, sure. I'm good on that one, Luna. that might be one of the ones that she wanted. You should, Raven. What? That's so much tea. Good on you. Yeah, the elderflower tree I have is awesome. I planted it right next to my studio in my old compost pile, and the thing just took off. I was so happy. I get so many elderberries every year, and I get a crazy amount of elderflower. I wonder what else I can do with the elderflower. I want to do something different this year. I prefer the flower over the berry. It's a little less intense, so because tea's delicious. That's why. Hello, how are you? Welcome back. Oh, I swear. Come on, but no, there we go. Oh my God. So we have half an hour. We're making okay timing, not great, but okay. Huh. I've never tried, but I don't see why you couldn't. Sure, you could. You just gotta do it in the middle of the night when no one can see you. I used to do that with persimmons when I lived in Oregon because they were just everywhere, and I would just take them off people's trees in the middle of the night. I wouldn't go into their property. It's like if they were, you know, accessible by the road. And persimmons are so good. And they're expensive, so seemed like a harmless crime to commit. Hmm. I love that idea, Raven. That's what they say, Amanda. Did a lot of herbalism stuff for years and a lot of Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic stuff. I like it all as a placebo. I don't believe any of it works anymore, though. But placebos are great. Just listening to this podcast about how they were testing that if you knew a placebo was a placebo, if it changed anything, and it turns out it really doesn't for most. Okay. One more row in this bag, and then I have to go grab some turtles. Okay, you probably shouldn't steal from neighbors you like then. Hmm. 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 That's what I have to say to all of that. It's interesting. It's like all these things I really like making. I like making maple syrup. I like making elderberry syrup. I like doing the elderflower thing. I like making jelly. I like making all that kind of stuff, jam or whatever. I hate consuming it though. I just prefer to make it. I made a bunch of miso last year, um, and I don't. I gave it away. Yeah, what was the placebo for you? I use placebos all the time because I know what all these plants are supposed to do in herbalism, but you know, I use them as they would work, fully aware of the fact that they're not doing anything. Um, and it still does the same thing that it would have done because I said it was going to do it. It's great. Yeah, I've never made elderflower syrup, surprisingly. Oh yeah, this was the other winner of the firing. I showed you guys this in detail when we were unloading, so I'm not gonna even attempt to show it because it's not gonna show anyway. Oh, it's so good. There's two in here this firing that I'm like just I want to keep for myself. I won't. I would rather someone else have them, but I want to keep them. This is one of them. The fact that no one reserved it, maybe I didn't post it to my stories, but the fact that no one reserved this piece is genuinely insane to me. Because it's not actually doing anything. It's me telling myself that it's going to do this thing, but itself isn't doing anything, right? But if I say that mugwort is going to give me lucid dreams, and then I take it with the anticipation that that's what's going to happen, then I'm going to have lucid dreams. It's not because the mugwort gave me lucid dreams. It's because I said that the mugwort, which is supposed to give me lucid dreams and help me with sleep, is going to actually do that thing. The only one that I think actually has some standing is mullein, as far as like creating mucus in my throat if I have a sore throat. That's the only one that I actually consume just because I actually feel a difference, because it's actually at that moment coating my throat with goo, you know? Oh, I made a bunch of kimchi myself, and then I felt really weird about it because I thought I fermented it weirdly, and I ate a bunch of it and I threw the rest of it away. Felt like an incredible waste, but it is what it is. What time is it? 3:03. Okay. So man, this is taking longer than I thought. Everything's been taking longer than I thought it was going to. I think we can get through this. Yeah. It just, it's nice to be taking something with the anticipation that it's going to help you do something. And so, regardless of not if that thing does anything, I would rather take something herbal saying that it was doing something to me, even though it wasn't, and it working, versus me taking like, I'd, I'd rather take like, let's say, go into the woods and find a bunch of, what are they called? Those little red berries, not the wintergreen ones, partridge berries, and take a bunch of partridge berries and I guess wintergreen berries as well and use that instead of Advil. You know, I'd rather do that than take an Advil. But I then, have to really tell myself that when I do that, um, it's going to help my back pain or whatever. Nice. How much longer? How long do you usually ferment your kimchi for? I've only tried that one time, and I should try again because I love kimchi. Um, and I eat so much of it, and it's so expensive, and it's really not that expensive to make. Um, I kind of feel the same way about black garlic. Um, so tasty, but it's so expensive, and it's really easy to make. But You just have to not be touching your rice cooker, your pressure cooker, whatever it is, for, was it 7 days? I've never actually made it, but it seems very easy to make, and that's something I would probably actually consume. Oh, interesting. I wonder what that's about. Okay. Okay, 4 more, and then I have to run down and get the. Okay. I think I was a little bit scared to ferment mine for too long. I only did mine for a couple days, and it wasn't tasting right. I mean, it was tasting good, but it wasn't tasting quite right, and I panicked a little bit because I have a quite a sensitive stomach, and so I didn't want to mess myself up too badly, you know? I think I only did mine for like 4 days, 3 days. I saw bubbles, and so I panicked and stopped. Okay, this might be one of the ones she wants too. There's 3 blue cups, so we'll see which one she's after. So after I'm done teaching, either I'll be back here doing more of this with you guys, um, or I'm just going to go fishing and do this tomorrow. I kind of want to go fishing for olive instead. We caught a couple nice fish the other day, as you guys may or may not saw on my Instagram, for her dinners. But I would like to catch some more. I've just been too busy the last couple days to do anything. So, all right. Let me go. Oh God, I'm just surrounded by pottery. I pour back. Let me go grab the T-Pet turtles so I can film them. And what do I do here? I'm gonna bring all these little pendants down so she can take a peek. Well, that's the thing, is that like I've never made it. That was the first time I made it, so I think I was just feeling a little. I wish someone. Be nice to have someone else show me, and then I could kind of get an idea of what everything is supposed to do and look like, and blah 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 blah. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the turtles. Oh man, I need to get a better chair. That chair sucks. This is the turtle I wanted. Olive? Oh, hi. I thought you came down with me. Oh, nice stretch. Okay, I'm gonna just photograph all four. Ba-ba. And then she wants to, she can be more discerning and she could buy any of them instead of me. Just, I think the one I'm doing right now is the one she wanted. Cool. What do you think olive is, Danny? You've been here for a minute now. I figured you'd figure it out. Hmm. Okay. All right. That's it for me. I gotta run, make this sale. We're not done, but it's enough for right now. So I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys later. Like my crazy hair right now. All right. Later.